I don't want Astrodyne Rocket Jet to be a company that makes huge promises that it can't deliver on, or makes big claims that it ends up not being able to deliver on. And yeah, I know like what we're proposing may to many people seem like rather extravagant or out there ideas about, such as, you know, using rocket engines, right, to spend kilometers of pipeline and cable in the mesosphere, um, and trying to keep that taut with yet more rings of rocket engines, suspending the various stages in space leading up to LEO, low Earth orbit, and anchoring it in low Earth orbit, and really beginning there with our designs on space elevators, and accepting that, you know, it was going to use electricity at least anyway. We knew that. It was almost certainly going to have to pipe up gaseous oxygen for the astronauts, along with nitrogen, I would have suspected, if we want to have people up there, which I suspect we do. No, do we not? So yeah, I mean, it would look probably in the end very much like the Ad Astra Tower or something, but there would be huge balloons suspending in various stages of it through the stratosphere, towards the end of the stratosphere into the early stages of the mesosphere, which is like the very limit to where I think we can get to with balloons, probably. And then after that, I just suspend stages, I'm afraid to say, with rocket engines. Firing probably intermittently, or one would hope intermittently, and mostly just to correct it and prevent it from snaking around too much up there. And that might be about the best we can hope for in the mesosphere. Then again, we might be assisted by nature in trying to get up there, and could deploy chutes possibly to try and harness the 150 mile an hour vertical winds in the mesosphere. If indeed there are up currents as well as down currents, we could maybe use that as a kind of means of expediting the progress of an elevator upwards. And then, of course, the payload would be going somewhat faster than it would be able to on a climber going 33 kilometers an hour or something. We could send things up quite quickly using chutes and balloons. No, it would become like a railroad. A space elevator, I put it, a railroad going upwards. I think it would be like, it would be somewhat competitive with rockets, but also not really pertinent, or not really operating in the same domains as rockets. A good analogy is like, it would be like railroads and airlines. Like, railroads aren't expected to go to Australia or across the sea, really. For those, you need an airline. Like, if you want to go to the moon, a space elevator, it's not really appropriate. Do you see what I mean? Because it will never really be going that fast. It would take months to get to the moon on a space elevator. You don't really want that. You want a space elevator for certain domains. You want it like inland. You want it transporting things to and from the planet. You want it to be able to get through the mesosphere. You want it to be able to get past the Kármán line to low Earth orbit, transporting goods and people to and from space, transporting fuel to space, transmitting electricity to space, doing all these things, right? Or don't we want that? I think we do want that. Connecting it to the big docking stations for our big starships that we'd be able to build up there thanks to these. Yeah, we don't not have railroads still, do we? Let's face this. We haven't outcompeted the railroads with our jet aircraft. It's just the jet aircraft, they operate in different domains. There are different advantages to a different mode of transportation over another mode of transportation. Do you see what I mean? Also, a jet aircraft, it can't haul huge trucks of coal. Quite, can it? It doesn't operate quite the same way. I think that's quite a good analogy. I think I analogized that quite effectively. I think quite well. That would be very much what it's like. But yeah, this is certainly worth doing. I think we stand to learn a huge amount about our own planet, about our mesosphere, about about these upper stages of our atmosphere, the mesosphere and thermospheres, and yeah, getting into space proper. I mean, I just think of the beauty up there and seeing Aurora Borealis up close and being able to do all those things, seeing these rare forms of lightning, seeing the noctilucent clouds that divide light in these strange and beautiful ways. It'd be like a sort of acid trip or something like that. And fascinating it'd be, I reckon. Beautiful. Going out there in what, like a full spacesuit? Or like something like a spacesuit or a pressure suit? Which would it be? Like, you'd need oxygen up there, wouldn't you? It's very, very cold. Air's very thin. Layers of it are made of ionized sodium, I hear. So it's also salty for part of it. Which I think is kind of interesting and fun. What an alien environment. Yeah, getting closer to space proper. Yeah, an intermediary zone. So ignored, really. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately ignored. You should say, like, I don't want to quite go to space, but I'd like to maybe just go to the mesosphere and see what it's like up there, or the end of the stratosphere. Because this balloon stage up to the end of the stratosphere, balloon stages, sorry, with the jet engines, like, that'll just be supporting a huge tower in essence. And that'll be one stage anchoring, you know, the stage above us in the mesosphere. I should say the stage is above us in the mesosphere, supporting the rocket engine, supported by the rocket engines, firing intermittently, hopefully. Nicely pulse them, so we don't have to keep replacing them all the time. Very advantageous. Using the elements to our advantage, right? Always using the elements to our advantage. We know it's very cold up there, so what propellants do we want to pump up there? I submit hydrogen and oxygen, because, yeah, we're approaching cryogenic temperatures with minus 110 degrees. So it seems a shame not to exploit facts such as that. Like the mesosphere, and frankly, most of the stratosphere is not exactly warm. So, yeah, just things like that, just thinking like that. And also, like, how do we keep kerosene warm? Do we pre-burn on the ground and pump it up? Like I initially thought, no, we don't do that. Unfortunately, do we? In which case it would be a steam engine, wouldn't it? A steam device, steam pipes. How do we prevent the steam from freezing? It's forming like an atomized solid. It's turning into frost. Big technical challenge. This is kill your darling stuff. Of course it is. The rocket engines need to burn hydrogen and oxygen at altitude. Rocket jet. This is it. This is the cutting edge of rocket technology. This is what this would be. Rings with the 4 rocket boosters on them. Gimbaling, thrust vectoring. Just keeping it nice and stable up there. Blasting intermittently. Burning hydrogen and oxygen. Nice and cold. Might as well do that. Those would be generating a nice bit of thrust, I think. Would be trading a kilometre of cable. Now to rein that in and admit that I have to trail less pipe than cable. Yeah, these are rocket engines after all. And climber going between rocket stages. It's madness. Is this madness or like, well, what is this? Rocket engines should be providing just corrective thrust, just stabilizing it, keeping it relatively straight. Straight to the camera, it'll still be snaking slightly. The torsion, flexion of the currents of the upper atmosphere, mesosphere. Whatever else goes on up there, whatever else there is to observe, strange natural phenomena, yeah, exotic forms of lightning. Let's go out there in a spacesuit, wouldn't it? Observe it like at night time, the sunset. It's so beautiful, I think. It's like wine and dinosaurs. I love this hoodie. I love this ESA hoodie. I didn't realize it was an Ariane 6 for the longest time. Like when I saw the 6 on it in like foreign, like European flags, like it's European. It's an Ariane 6. Okay, I see now. I'm stupid. I am stupid. I'm a stupid limited human. I figure out the answers to very complex problems. I think I'm getting somewhere though. I do. I'm stupid. Oh, bumpkin, country boy. Country bumpkin. Oh, am I smart? I'm both smart and stupid. Always make stupid mistakes. Stupid assumptions. Judge people stupidly. Stupid reasons. Pipelines floating. Rocket supported pipeline. Rocket propelled pipeline. The feathered serpent. Great snake. The sky snake. That's what it would be, the sky serpent. The serpent. Meandering to space. We lift the great conduit. Channel for resources.